Game show.
It is round 2 of the NBA playoffs. The intensity just kicked up a notch for Game 2. Welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. And guys, for the Pistons, with a loss in Game 1, they surrendered home court advantage in the series. Tonight, a crucial game for them as they seek to remain in contention. And after losing Game 1, Kenny, this is a critical game. I mean, it's a situation where their backs, as they say, are against the wall. Would you contend that they have to win this game?
Well, it would be probable, but only a handful of teams have dropped the first 2 games at home and gone on to win the series. However,
yours is one of them.
I was on a team that did it, so I can't say it's impossible, but it's highly unlikely to be that clutch.
Listen, Ernie, they have to play like there's no tomorrow. They need the home fans to really round around them. I expect them to bring maximum effort and play with a real sense of urgency.
It's strange, though, even if you do play that way, as if there's no tomorrow, and you do win the game.
There is a
What's
tomorrow.
it matter if there's not a tomorrow?
Well, if you lose, though, there could be no tomorrow.
What if you win or lose and tomorrow doesn't happen?
What are you talking about?
What good does it do that you won the game? I don't know. That's too deep. That's too deep for where we are.
Yeah, you're in very deep waters.
Yeah. See you next
drowning.
time.
Great view from across the water, looking at a majestic Motor City skyline. We are at the sold-out and noisy Palace of Auburn Hills. The Eastern Conference semifinals continue here on 2K Sports, Game 2. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. You look at Detroit. Tough loss for them in Game 1. We'll see if they can rally back in front of their hometown crowd to tie the series.
And this virtually becomes a must-win after that loss in Game 1. You almost never see a team drop the first 2 at home and go on to win a playoff series.
Yeah, they'll be reeling if this one gets away from them. Having to hit the road down zip to 2. But if they right the ship here today, it'll still be anybody's series.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Indiana, Paul George is out there with Scott. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Mo Williams. And it's O'Quinn in at the 5 down low. Detroit shooting their first free throw of the evening.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw drops for Green. Now Williams. And it's McCollum in the corner. And the 3 off target.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Green with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Green kicks to Johnson. Paul George with the steal. Williams dishes to George. Cannot hit. And it's Detroit the other way. They come into this one after losing on Sunday.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
Yeah, offensive rebounding to me is all about heart, the willingness to get in there and mix it up, do your work early, get to that inside position. And I didn't see any of that fight from them.
Every time. This is a joke.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Pacers on defense. It's a 3-point game. Here's Green. From the left block, he sends it through. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense, but he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Williams kicks to McCollum. Feeds it to George. The 3, that's good. George has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
McCollum kicks to Scott. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Jackson passes to Green. Johnson kicks to Jackson. Trying to get open is Gibson. And Green with the basket on the assist by Jackson.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Williams dishes to McCollum.
As he was going up for that.
Green, the pass to Gibson. Stolen by O'Quinn. Indiana moving it around. And he misses the go-ahead basket. For Detroit, they've gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And he gets it to go. 11 points for Freak.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in his zone.
I think they've got to consider, Greg, throwing a few different looks his way early on, especially if he keeps shooting like this.
Now here's Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The Pistons have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. On the wing, Green. He feeds it to Gibson. Back to Green. It's rebounded by Indiana.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Here's McCollum. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Jackson kicks to Green. Shot misses. So Indiana will take it the other way. On the wing, Williams. McCollum with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. That gives them the lead. 6 points for C.J. McCollum.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Freak number 1. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Johnson comes in for Taj Gibson. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Jennings in for Reggie Jackson. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Jermichael Green comes in for Mike Scott. Taylor's checked in for George. And Nick Stauskas is sub.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Back to your slam cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Just 5 to shoot. They double him with Green. And the shot no good, a bit short.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Pass to Jennings. Back to Green. Johnson up top, outside Jennings. They get it again. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Williams double team. Here's Taylor. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Taylor's got his first points of the game.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Green, no luck. Outside, Taylor. Shoots the 3, and that one's good. Taylor's got 5 points so far.
Wow, beautiful feed from Mo Williams.
And that does it for the first quarter. Indiana out in front, ending the first quarter with a massive 16-6 run. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this Game 2. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. They've got Turner. Green is out there with Paul George. Then there's McCollum, and it's Stauskas in at the 2 spot. Drummond the screen, and the wide-open shot from Green. Bangs home the trifecta. Green's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Detroit. And George kicks to McCollum. There's the pick. Green, the screen. And George, here we go. There's the dish to Stauskas. A free ball, and he gets it to go. Stauskas has got the lead, back up to 5 now for Indiana.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers, boy, he was tremendous. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points, and he also did his work on the backboards, rounding it off with some stellar defensive play as well. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Taj Gibson's checked in for Johnson. Johnson comes in for Caldwell Pope, and it's Jackson in for Brandon Jennings. Indiana also making some changes. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Turner, and it's Scott in for JaMychal Green. Shot's good for Seraphin.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Green dishes to Drummond. Scott pulls it in. Pacers leading by 6. George passes to McCollum. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
They double him with George. Gibson. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Gibson's got his first basket.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Hits, count that one from Stauskas.
This is really the story of the game here. They've been excellent from behind the arc.
The drive by Green. Got a piece of it. McCollum with the ball. 6 points for him. And Scott has it in the corner. And the Pacers, another 3.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Detroit. In Indiana with a change here too, O'Quinn's checked in. Outside Jackson, Gibson the screen. Jackson kicks to Green. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And that's 18 points for Freak. Indiana leading by 8. McCollum dishes to Stauskas. He kicks it to Scott. And it's off the back rim, no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
They double him with George. Green passes to Gibson. Paul George with the steal. Ring shot on the way. Can't get it to go. The Pistons go the other way with it.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Taylor's checked in for Indiana. Williams comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long. Now, that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Steven Adams is checked in for Taj Gibson. Johnson kicks to Green. Screen by Bogut. Jackson dishes to Green. Jackson has the open look. They grab their own miss. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Adams.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Johnson, he's checked in for Bogut. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Johnson. And it's Jennings in for Jackson. Green passes to Turner. That's good.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
And with as many points as they've got in the paint, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
Pacers leading by 7. Taylor kicks to Williams. Williams double team. Here's Taylor. Detroit with the rebound.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Williams comes with a double team. And Detroit has possession. Clock at 6. Williams comes with a double team. Here's Green, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
That's his 2nd personal. Shooting for Detroit. Freak.
The first free throw is good. The Pacers making a switch here. Both free throws good from Green.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
9 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now here's Williams. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Pacers lead by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Some ground for you to make up, no doubt, here in the first half. What are the areas you need to improve on to get back even with them?
I think we just need to step our energy level up a little bit. We seem to be moving around like we were playing underwater in that first half. Second half, we need to come out with more urgency.
Good luck in the second half. Kevin, a visibly frustrated young man.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
Okay, fellas, listen. I like the position we're in. Let's go over what we can do even better after halftime. I'll start with what's been a solid offensive effort for us. We're shooting the ball well because we're not trying to do too much. If the shot hasn't been there, you guys haven't forced it. Good work. Ball security was probably our high point. Let's continue to keep a tight handle on the ball and not try to thread too many needles with our passes. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. This game isn't just about today. We get this win, we build momentum for the rest of the playoffs. Our train will be rolling.
Thanks for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference Semi. Look at Freak in this game. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Green in at shooting guard. Andre Drummond is out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Johnson and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. The Pacers have shot just one free throw, missing that one early. And he makes the first. And Williams drops them both. Pistons trail by 7. Outside Jackson. Down low. Here's Green. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out and taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Second is Taj Gibson. Fourth, Freak.
And they've both been extremely hot from the floor. Great timing on their part to get it going in the postseason.
Free throw drops for Green. And so he hits both. And here is Williams. Inside, McCollum. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Green, the screen. Pass to Drummond. Off the screen. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Williams dishes to McCollum. There's the screen. They double him with Green. Knocked loose. Now Jackson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And it's Johnson penetrating. That's good. Williams with the ball.
I need you guys to be crashing the offensive glass. Big guys, use your size to box out and get inside position. Effort, fellas. Effort!
There you go, man. Your Pistons dancer. Make some noise, Detroit.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. George passes to Williams. He dishes it to Scott. At the top of the key, Quinn. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Williams. No good. And the Pistons now going the other way. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
The Pistons have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. Stauskas is checked in for Indiana. That one misses. Pacers leading by 3. And George kicks to Stauskas. This is to McCollum. Scott with a screen on Johnson. Here's McCollum. Rebound by the Pistons. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And there's the feed to Drummond. Back to Green. The shot is off. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Now here's McCollum, guarded by Green. And George, here we go. Outflews off the pick and hammers it home.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. He's looking to dump the ball.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
Pistons trail by 5. To the paint, here's Green. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
It's stolen by Green. Here's Jackson, finish off the break.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Green comes in for Scott, and Taylor subbed in for Stauskas. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. McCollum kicks to George. The pass to Turner. Tries to save it, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Detroit. Pacers trail by 11. And so in the game for the Pacers, Mo Williams out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Turner. And it's O'Quinn in the power forward.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
And Green slams it in.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Shot clock at 6. They set the pick. And that one comes up a bit short.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Shot's good by Gibson. Pacers trail by 12. Outside Williams. Kicks it to Turner, and it's McCollum in the corner. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Pistons shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Green, and there's another one for the Pistons.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Outside Williams. Inside. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from McCollum.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
So for the Pistons, Bogut comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Johnson in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. In Indiana with a change here, too. Scott's checked in, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Jennings dishes to Green. McCollum kicks to George. From 17 feet out. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Williams.
Game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Screen by Bogut. Down low. Shakes him, and the layup is good. And the Pistons lead by 9.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
And that one's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The Pacers pull it in.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Williams passes to McCollum, shoots over Jennings, and there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Williams.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Kept alive. No good from Bogut. Pacers trail by 5. And George, here we go. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better.
Jacks up a 3, and that one's good. Green's got 7 points for the quarter. And an important part of every stolen by Green, teams gain a look at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Shoots from 14. Jump shot is good. And it's a 10-point Piston lead.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
During that break, Coach Nate McMillan had some words for his team. He told his players, guys, we're letting opportunities slip away in transition. Let's push it up the floor, look to score some points in early offense. Kevin, can they pick up the tempo?
Thank you, Doris. Andre Drummond's checked in for Detroit. Reggie Jackson comes in for Brandon Jennings. Here's Gibson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Check out the night for Gibson. He's got 10 points, and boy, are his rebound numbers ever impressive.
Clark, it's all guts and determination. That's really what rebounding's all about, and that's what's been on display here today.
The free throw is off from Gibson. Pacers trail by 12. Here's George. Soft touch off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Green feeds it to Drummond. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Free throw, no good for Drummond.
Kevin, it's disheartening to see them keep missing opportunities to extend the lead at the line. I mean, when you have a chance to put a team away from the line, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want to give them a chance to come back on it.
We've got 1:13 left in the game. And George kicks to Williams. A 3 from McCollum.
And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in Game 2 for the Pistons.
You're right, Steve. This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and Now, Clark, they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win it easily.
I think this epitomizes the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance of never doubting your teammates, your coaches. This team stayed together. I really like what I've seen here tonight. They definitely earned this.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Green. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Here's Williams. The shot's good on the assist by George. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 13 assists. The fader. That's good.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Just a massive victory, Greg. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they had to have.
And I don't think it's overstating it. I agree with you. I mean, going down 2-0 would have given this team a huge hill to climb. But now at one game apiece and with some momentum, this is anybody's series.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, all night long you were able to control the glass. A visibly winded Warrior here. How were you able to get so many shots that came off the iron?
I try to be quick on my feet, basically. As long as I bump my guy, throw my bounce a little bit, I can start to head over grab boards. It's a big part of what our team needs. I'm happy to provide.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
This series was in danger of getting away from them, but he just would not let it fall into a two-game hole. He pumped new life into the season by leading them tonight to even the series. This kid is woo-wee.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
And that is it for this broadcast of Round 2 of the NBA playoffs. For myself, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a great evening, everybody.